Welcome back, everyone, to episode 317 of the Craftverse series. And today we're in a slightly different area of my island. The main island that I've been doing all of my building on the most recent months is over there, and you can kind of see a silhouette of some of the builds that are just shy of render distance. The one plot we're currently standing on, where you see all of this stone brick, is where we're going to be building today. But before we can start on that, I have to utilize some of this magenta stained glass in a bridge leading straight off from one of the exits of our wool farm. So let's go ahead and craft up the necessary components. That might be enough, but I also need to add in the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and prep that. This is going to be the main passageway. So I want it to look somewhat nice. So apparently the game doesn't want it to look anything at all because it doesn't want to actually place the block. Okay, one side is effectively in. Now I gotta finish getting this part and then we can start doing the actual window placement. There's also going to be a pillar underneath this, but I do not have the materials for that. I only have so much inventory space, you know? That shulker monster that was sitting in the main build over there when we started the recording. Yeah, that was clogging up my inventory for a bit. Just for the moment, while I'm building all of this, I'm going to have some light so things don't spawn and try and eat my brains. Not that they would have much to eat. Let's go ahead and take a sleep. Two of these light sources on the wall are going to have to be removed because they're going to be in the way. This one and this one are going to have to go. But first things first. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Trying to be sneaky with it is not going to work. There we go. When it changes the state of the block next to it, you can't just immediately zoom over. Got it. So the bottom works just fine, but the top, because it takes an extra tick to change that top block state, means I have to click it and then wait, and then I can zoom across. Or not. Game just likes proving me wrong. It's like, oh, you think you're sounding smart? No. I am game, I outsmart you. Well, alright, game, I see your point. Yep, that one didn't go. These ones do. Which is why I thought that way. So apparently that was misguided. Turns out one stack is enough for 6 of these little walls. Potentially, because I do still have to have another layer of them on each side of the next layer. Another layer on the side of the layer. Layerception. Okay, so this part is in. That leaves me with 40. So no, it's actually not enough. I was mistaken. But that'll be good for the moment, because I'm going to go ahead and start getting in the decor. Which is primarily these, with a side of slab. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3 in the middle. We're going to do the same thing on this side. This is an original design that I have used since the Awkward Kingdom Season 1, when my good friend Death helped me come up with this idea. You're just kind of spitballing to see what would work, and this worked nicely. It's not the finished product of the bridge, mind you. I do have to get some of these. Probably going to need all of those. We're going to convert all of these stacks into stairs, and that is going to be the primary roofing. It's going to be interesting trying to place these in, though. Okay, so that's those. I have to get up there now. So I'm going to use this. Jump along. This first layer is usually kind enough, but sometimes it doesn't want to load in properly. So I am holding the key, which is how it's placing before I can look at it. Those have to go. Being crouched has its drawbacks. Okay, I found a good angle. We're just gonna try and bring this all the way down. Ooh, that was close. Okay, so I need to go one more row. And that's gonna give me the limitations that I can work with, because I need to have this block right here, pretty much, being a leaf. And I do have those leaves with me, I just don't have them in my bar right now. This gets progressively more frustrating as you get higher up on stairs. I'm not even crouched that time. There's no excuse for that. Okay. It's all about the angle of the joystick. The dangle, as it were. Alright, can I make this? Yes. Perfect. Ooh, barely. Barely perfect. So this bridge is going to extend directly to the wall of the next building. So I want absolutely no ability of getting in or out from the external side. Ooh, don't fall off. Somehow I have not fallen off yet. I'm not complaining, I am just surprised. Now, I wanted to start this build a little bit off camera because I wasn't quite sure where it was going to fit. But doing it this way gives us a starting point. All right, So now I'm effectively done with these blocks. I can put them away. And I only needed 3.5 for 6th level. It's not bad. All right, where are my cherry leaves at? It's those cherry leaves. Now this is a little bit interesting because we bring this one literally all the way down, but the next layers are kind of split. So now we're completely sealed in. This one goes all the way down. So the leaves are good. But what goes in between them is going to be both amethyst and pillar blocks. I'm actually going to break that on all of these. I don't really care if they convert into sapling or not. I'm not trying to silk touch them. I just want to make sure that I get them out of there at all of these junctions. It's easier to do it this way in my head. So I did end up dropping a sapling, which is fine. It's less important. I'm not going to need any more of the leaves. How do I still have some of those? I guess I dropped a couple of them. All right. So now I need to bring these back for sure. Need to get these, and then I need to carve a stack of you into wool. Oh, switch. Thank you. So this goes straight across. And this is ultimately going to hold both the infrastructure and our light source. Do you see it tease off right there? It's going to do that for all of them now. As I bring these amethyst blocks down. And it makes everything into a junction instead of a solid. Didn't need nearly as many as I thought I did. Now we are also finished with these for the time being. And I need to get some more. Because these actually stretch all the way down. Oop. Climbing up on the stairs I've already placed. On both sides. Stop it. It's the hazard of building as you go instead of just all at one time. Okay, you I actually am going to be taking back. I'm going to put you in there. And we're going to... Oh, hello. I forgot it was nighttime. I'm not used to carrying. Spider down. Got you. We're going to go ahead and put some of these at the front. And we'll just go ahead and sleep. Ever since the update has dropped for Mounts and Mayhem, I haven't been able to use a shield, so I do have to be a little more cautious. Just let those guys burn because they're not sensing that this is a cover. They died. Grab these. I need to craft a bunch more stairs. We're going to put these right here. That's kind of a moot point because there's already one right here, but oh well. Now for the texture part. If you count this as texturing. Some might say yes, some might say no. That is not the angle in which you are meant to sit. There we go. This is accurate. Now it's like I have a little archway in here. This was the design that Deathstaller had helped me come up with. Because I had the general shape, but I didn't have the finer details and the colorations. I'm not usually one who builds with pink, but I actually had to admit this looked pretty good. And it's the first time in 300 plus episodes that I've been able to actually install one of these in Craftverse. This is kind of a tribute to both my original shell of the design and Death for helping me out. And it's going to be leading into another tribute build. Because if you've been paying attention to the AM Community SMP when I was streaming out of there, I built an interesting mega base in the beginning that took way too many resources. And it was very one-shaded, mostly gray, with a little bit of brown for the walls, but mostly gray. So I'm changing that up and making it a little bit more updated. Get rid of this torch spam. It's no longer necessary. Okay. We are effectively done with the cherry, but I only have so much space. So I'm going to chuck it in with the leaves, because whenever I need those, I'll probably need the cherry stuff anyway. Ooh, it gave me a fortune shovel. It's nearly dead, but that's fitting because so is he. Menu open. Thank you. Eh. I swear, I am not just staring off into space. I am trying to click the menu and it's just not having it. All right, so all of these can now get put inside of this here bridge because they're going to be in the way otherwise. So I'm going to tuck them up here so I won't walk around them. I'm not going to need them. I will be needing you, so you can go in with the main build set. You are leaves and you are those. So these don't need to go with. Okay. So I'll have to remember that those are there. We're going to put you right here in the middle, simply because I'm not going to have anything to put here for a while. So it'll be a good excuse to leave it. Now I need to get a bunch of dark oak. Need a bunch of jungle. And that's going to do for now. Let's go ahead and get some of these crafted into what they need to be. That'll be very much plenty. Okay. Now, we swap these out so I know where those ultimately go. Okay, the lag is real today. I don't know if it's my internet or if there's something going on with the Minecraft servers. I never really know until something kicks me. Just getting these out of the way for now. Sure I'm still in line. The exterior ones will be getting this block, whereas the interior ones are going to be getting a different wood type. So I'm going with nether wood style for the interior. Okay, it made the sound effect. It just took it a second. And now we do this. All right, I got to get these out of here, because they were never meant to stay. And we're going to do this and strip them. Any of the 5 wides are going to have this. This is going to be the general motif. This is going to be the entrance, so we're going to leave that be for the moment. Let's continue around the edges. This sheep is so confused, as sheep are wont to be. I don't know if they really want to be confused. They just kind of have like 2 brain cells bopping around in there at any given time. They get in the way so frequently when I'm trying to build. Them or cows. One or the other. Rarely is it a pig, but it's usually one of the other 2. That is not the placement I wanted you. So close yet so far away. I said switch to the axe, thank you. Don't need your predictive selections, thank you. Now, as you can probably guess, these are going to lead into Windows. Not the operating system, but the actual substance. Alright, so we made our first pass around. That means I can switch this off to being planks. Put that in. Now, did I strip those in the original build? No. So those do not get stripped in any way. Good. So I'm going to ignore those now. Get over there. Were those single wide or height, I mean? See, I have made a buffoonery of myself. Hold on. That's why. Okay. That gets to be a 3 wide window. That's a 1 wide. That's a 3 wide. Which means this is also a 3 wide. That still means that we get these. It's not going to be much protection against them at the moment. So I don't have the glass in, so they're just going to come up and give me a hug regardless. Oh, saved by lag. Okay, you are not supposed to see me. You can now fry in the daylight. Okay. Got him. Okay. So now let's continue building these up. This is a 3 wide. Yep, all of these are 3 wide. Nope. On the brick. You, on the opposite side, are actually not a 3 wide. So you have been made correctly. Then we do that. Although I do still have you there, which means I'm going to have you equivalent on this side. There we go. That is my entrance. And strip those, grab these back. Got my entrances good to go. Now this one is a 3 wide. This one is not a 3 wide, so we're good. Now on the back side, they're both 3 wides. I made a mistake. How dare. Never miss your stakes. And we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. And the reason I'm leaving these walls alone is because those are actually untampered with at the moment with the original design. So they are still going to be chiseled stone, which I don't actually have with me. I've came so ill prepared. I'm a gay. Here we go. All right. Now, this side is a non-3 and then a 3. So this is done right. And then this needs to be popped out. And that's the entrance, so it needs a door. The rest of these need to have... You don't need that. No biscuits. So these are too tall, so we can stand up here and look out. I didn't accidentally put a stair where it doesn't belong anywhere else, right? No, it looks like we're good. That ought to do it. I want to at least have the windows in before we continue with the next level. That is not what I meant. Transparent block of annoyance. Working with window panes can be a pain in the window. Did I really leave that one that way? Yes, I did. Okay. Well, that confirms it then. I have a reference image pulled up, in case you were wondering. They're like, what confirms it? I can't see what you're looking at. Correct, you cannot. But you will momentarily because I am copying that reference onto the screen. One idiotic block failure at a time. Hello, cow. Thank you for not being in my way this time. Tell your sheep friends to follow your lead. Pretty soon they won't even be able to get in here. It's just a couple of doors that they'll be able to get through. Oh. It's like, why am I seeing dark oak on the side? Because I forgot to put in the blocks, that's why. Get angled properly. Alright, so this layers of windows are in. I can now bring an extra 2 whole layers of dark oak all the way around, and then we can work on the next layer. But those 2 layers of dark oak are going to be the ceiling for this, so yay. See you in the next episode when we actually have those wraps already installed, and we can start working on the ceiling and the lighting and thus getting all the way up to the next layer. Peace out, everybody. Do leave a like if you enjoyed the video.